Tell us more about those. You said you have Tsonga, not Tonga, Tsonga book. You learn few words in Shangaan. Can you tell one or two?
Yeah, I would like to test this one out.
Don't read it. You just tell me the name. No, in Tsonga.
Maybe next time I'll know a lot.
Yeah. As we all know that Matewa, he's actually coming from somewhere. One or two of them. That would be very good.
Okay. Dafamba means I'm leaving. Am I right? And I also know Ntakbona Nzuko. Ntakbona Nzuko, I'll see you tomorrow.
That's good.
Yeah. I know those two. Maybe next time I'll know a lot.
Yeah. As we all know that Matewa, he's actually coming from somewhere in Kimberley. He's Tswana speaking. He's not speaking, Shangaan. In this area where we speak a lot of Shangaan, and sometimes people speak a little bit of Zulu or Fanakalo. Just joining us from that area, it is very difficult for him to speak more Shangaan. He's learning a lot of words because we use a lot of words here in Shangaan, especially when we call sighting and so on. So he's really busy learning and to get to the vibe of the area to understand what's going on exactly. So he's coming well, huh? As he's ready. Actually he was telling us in Takbona Mzuk, which he will see tomorrow in Tafamba or go. He's slowly coming there, and I really appreciate for your lessons, which is coming well.
Yeah, no, Nkom, I'm sure that Marco would also like to say a word or two, because I think he knows Shangaan more than I am, so I'm sure he's got a lot to say on that. Maybe if we give an opportunity to Marco, and he will say maybe more words than I have in Shangaan. So
it will be beautiful. I will be joining with Marco. Mateo will be going out, and he's going to Lalapanzi for a night. So, hi Marco.
Good evening, Mr. Erickson.
How are you, bud?
Good, on yourself?
Good. You can tell more about what happened while I was away here, and anything that you need to add more on that.
Well, firstly, it's good to have you back, Eric. It's always good to see you come back. You've always got a big smile on your face, and we always love it when you come back to the team. But it's been a very exciting couple of weeks, and this last week specifically, there's been a lot of activity just around the Wild Earth camp, and a lot of activity out in the bush. So it's been quite fun for all the crew out here to keep busy and all the excitement. A lot of different faces in, with Rory coming to give us a hand, waving to us. I'll pass that wave on to everyone out there to come and join us, and it's always appreciated when someone just willingly comes out and gives us a hand with bringing you a live bush experience out here in Djuma. But I think the biggest thing for me, Rexon, has been just so many leopard. There really has. Just in the matter of the last 2 weeks, we've had the drive where just before, I think, Alex's last drive, where you had they had Soseka, Karula, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Tingala. But the 3 generations of leopard all coming out on one drive, maybe just to say goodbye to Alex, for all we know. And then again, the last night, Peter had the 2 leopards coming down to the waterhole, and then the male a little bit later on. We've had the 2 youngsters at a quarantine open area, so it's just been leopard everywhere. It's fantastic. I really have been enjoying it, and you must be happy.
I'm a lot more happy. The only thing, when I come back here, I found Alex. He was leaving, but he's happy, I believe, wherever he is. He might be watching us tonight. We really love him. I hope one day he'll be back. You can also tell us more about that for the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, it's always sad to see a friend go, and because of the nature of the crew here at Wild Earth, and we all live in very close proximity to each other, and we work together. You develop very strong friendships and very strong bonds. So it's it's always sad to see a crew member leaving, and Alex has been with the Wild Earth team, or had been with the Wild Earth team for a long period of time, and yeah, he'll be remembered most certainly for all the effort he put in, and the character that he brought to the team over here. We always had a good few chuckles around the camper with Alex. But one thing I must say, if Alex is out there somewhere in the world or somewhere in Africa watching this, thank you very much for your big blue suit, Alex, your snowsuit. He was kind enough to leave it for me, and I'm sure in those cold mornings I might have to just pop that on. And so if you do see a strange blue suited snowman running around through the bush out here in Djuma, don't get too worried or thinking it's Alex. It's just Marco running around in Alex's snowsuit. But it's a big loss team, and we're going to miss him, and yeah, wish him best of luck out there.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You know, Alex, he was my buddy here. He was my friend. I mean, most of people, they really, while myself and Alex are out in the bush, sometimes we're having good fun. You can really feel it when we're on drive. Sometimes we're displaying. Yeah, I will remember him one day here. We were at Cheetah Cut Line. He was giving, I mean, the alarm call of gorillas. You know, I was doing the hyena call. It was very, very amazing. You know, as we all like boys, we were enjoying. You can see how the interaction of hyena and the, gorillas, how it actually when it gives calls and so on. He was very good on that. He's really, and he was a snake man. We always remember him. You know, I don't want snake myself, but he's a guy that handled snake with us. He was able to identify snakes from the distance. For sure, in my nature, I don't touch snakes at all. I always remember Alex on that, and he was always having a big smile. You know, he was a great man with us.
Yeah, he definitely brought a different feel to camp life out here, and on the subject of his fascination with snakes, I'm very much like you, Erickson. I respect snakes, and I think they're fascinating animals. But just to see a snake is always good enough for me. Let them carry on with their own business. A few times, and maybe a few viewers out there can recall one of my first drives with the Wild Earth team. Went out in search for termites. The fungus-growing termite, and you have to be a little bit cautious when you go looking for these or scratching around in these holes. It's not uncommon for snakes to actually utilize these old termite mounds, and very often I'd say to Alex, I've got to be careful now because maybe there's a black mamba in here, and his response would just be, I hope so. So it's he's had a fascination with the snakes, and it's good to have someone like that around. When the snake does come, he can come and enjoy himself with it and take care of the situation.
That's cool, huh? We have spoken. I mean, it shows that we all love Alex. He left us with peace. He's going to do something in part of the world. I believe one day he'll be back. Yeah, really we enjoy much about this fight chat. For more, I mean, I still have more questions for you, Marco. When I come back on my leave, I heard that there was the two main lines that enter southwest of the area. One is more nervous and so on. What do you think? What's going to happen? Because Mapojos are off from the property down south. What's going to happen here around the area with this new nomadic male coming in and off?
Yeah, that's quite interesting. It's been a while since I've been here. I haven't seen any other lion bar the Mapojos. And I believe since the Mapojos moved into the area, there hasn't been much activity of other lion passing through. So it's nice to see activity of lions moving to the area again, and especially two nomadic males. They on the time that we got to spend with them, Rexon, we didn't see them marking or anything along those lines. So it'll be interesting to see if they're passing through and going to try and establish a territory somewhere. But they've still got a lot of growing to go before they could pose a big threat to the Mapojos even. But with the coalition of the Mapojos, they haven't been through Western Gowrie recently, so I think the last time we saw them was with the buffalo, and that was 2 months ago now.
2 months ago.
So scent isn't fresh out in the bush. These to nomadic males perhaps won't pick up on that fresh sense of other dominant males in the area. So it's possible that's why they might be exploring quite freely at the moment. But if they become vocal, I'm sure that the Mopojos will at some point come and investigate and